approve the ordinance adopting the City of Palmview budget for fiscal year 2024 to 2025. Vote taken.
So we're going to
must
take a
be
vote on that
record.
one
You have
too?
a motion, you need a,
Okay, a second, I'll second.
and now you take the vote.
No.
Okay, so we take a vote to approve. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Raising our hands. Okay.
Will that work?
So
With
motion
reserve?
carries unanimously.
Yes, and I also motion to move to ratify the property tax increase reflected in the budget.
Okay, there's a motion and I'll second the motion. All in favor, signify by saying aye, raising our hands.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Do we have another item?
The vote.
on-
Oh, that was
Excuse
the
me?
vote, I'm sorry.
We already voted? So motion carries. We set on that one, Ms. Virey?
6.7.
Zanette? Barrera? Okay, got it. Okay, next, item 6.8. I believe you have that one there, Mr.
Yeah,
Peña?
I move that the property tax rate be increased by the adoption of a tax rate of 0.5700, which is effectively a 8.78% increase in the tax rate.
I second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, signify by saying aye with a show of hands.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries
I'm
unanimously.
not voting. Mayor, just for the record, while the language, this is required by the state and talks about an increase, but the reason that there's an increase is not so much about the tax rate, it's just that the values increased. So because values increased, you're getting more money in your budget, and that's what indicates that percent. It's not like we raised the tax rate by 8.78%. So,
Good, excellent point.
yeah, it's just the way that that's why we have the specific language that we're asked to read, and it's looked at as a tax increase, but mainly because tax values went up. So we're getting more money because tax values went up.
Excellent point, excellent point. So just for the record again, that values went up, not because the city is raising taxes, but because the appraisal district in the county does that. So we do get a lot of those questions too, I'm sure. We all do, right?
And yeah, we
it's
have
not-
no part or control over the values.
Correct. Unless, people do have the right also to go in and contest at the appraisal office, not here in the city. And if there's anybody out there listening and or wanting to know how to do it, and you don't know how, just come look us up and we'll help you out. But it's officially the Hidalgo County Appraisal's Office, all right, that raises the property values. So we voted on that? Yes, we already voted. Motion carries. Next item on the same 6.8, Mr. Brady?
I move for the adoption of a tax rate of 0.1434 for INS to fund the city's debt service.
I second.
A motion, a second. Questions? All in favor, signify by saying aye with a show of hands.
Aye.
Aye.
The motion carries unanimously.
Next motion, I move for the adoption of a rate of 0.4266 for M&O to fund the city's maintenance and operations.
I second.
A motion, a second. Any questions? All in favor, signify by saying aye with a show of hands.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
For the record,
unanimously.
all that does is just break down how much is going to your debt service, how much is going to your maintenance and operations, but the whole tax rate is a 0.57, which we talked about.
Okay.
Yes.
Great.
All right. And then just to conclude, we also took item 8.6 into executive session, which was giving the city administration authority on expenditures for our upcoming spring event. And we're still not completed. We're still
Correct.
several months away, but we're already getting ready to prepare ourselves for this festival for the citizens and the surrounding areas as well, citizens of the city of Palmview and the surrounding areas. So are there any other questions, any other input? All right, at 7:55 p.m. on this beautiful evening, September 17th, I call this meeting adjourned. Thank you. God bless. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.